Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Anderson Memorial Stadium for today's South Atlantic Conference baseball matchup featuring the visiting Carson-Newman University Eagles and your Anderson University Trojans. Now let's meet the starting lineups first for the visiting Eagles. Leading off, shortstop number 5, Ryan Jenkins. Batting second, right fielder number 26, Spencer Williams. Batting third, first baseman number 11, Logan Floyd. Batting fourth, designated hitter number 36, Tanner Kilgore. Batting fifth, the catcher number 12, Nicholas Castellana. Batting sixth, the third baseman number 21, Aiden Gibson. Batting seventh, the second baseman number 6, Cole Nathan. Batting eighth, the left fielder number 24, Ryan Bolton. Batting ninth, the center fielder number 7, Trey Miller. And pitching for the Eagles is number 28, Jackson Underwood. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Anderson University Trojans. Leading off, the right fielder, number 16, Braden Harrison. Batting second and playing center field, number 10, Zach Stover. Batting third, the catcher, number 9, Tom Bello. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 7, Brooks Morrow. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 5, Ben Bullard. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 26, Trey Wells. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 12, Kyle Kakabeats. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 17, Braden Owens. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 2, Carson Molinaroli. And pitching for your Trojans is number 35, Walker Nolan. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and good afternoon from Anderson, South Carolina at Anderson Memorial Stadium as Carson-Newman takes its 10-2 record in South Atlantic Conference play on the road, back on the road for the Eagles. Second consecutive weekend they'll play a road conference series, and this weekend it's against an Anderson University squad that is 17-10 overall this season. They've won 6 out of 12 games in South Atlantic Conference play. 6-6 Anderson in conference play against 10-2 Carson-Newman on this Friday evening. Game 1 starter for Anderson is a senior right-handed pitcher, Walker Nolan. He has a 3.5 earned run average, 5 wins and a loss in his 7 starts, over 7 appearances as well. 37 2/3 innings toss for the senior Nolan, and he has 41 strikeouts to 14 walks. He gets the ball for this Anderson squad today that has won 17 games, 7 games above 500, and has a 63 overall winning percentage, 6th best in the South Atlantic Conference. They're tied for 7th right now in the conference's standings with that 6-6 league slate. The Trojans have won 3 of their last 4 games, including a Limestone non-conference win on Tuesday. The Trojans have had kind of an up-and-down conference slate. They got swept by Catawba in their first conference series, but have responded well and have won 6 of their last 9 conference affairs heading into this one. Ryan Jenkins, Spencer Williams, Logan Floyd, 2 up for Carson-Newman as the Eagles come to the plate for the first time today as we get ready to start things about 5 minutes after scheduled first pitch time. Carson-Newman's in the orange jerseys. The first pitch comes across at 4:04, and it's a strike. Nolan against Jenkins, who's hitting .250 this season. 2 home runs and 18 RBI driven in for the junior from Winter Haven, Florida. Next offering home from Nolan's a fastball away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. As we get underway from Anderson Memorial Stadium, Trojans play their baseball games off campus, is where this stadium is located, about 5 or so minutes away. Breaking ball in the inner third is a called strike from Nolan, and he's ahead on Jenkins. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carson-Newman in the orange jerseys today, white pants, while Anderson sports black uniforms, black caps with white pants. Breaking ball, called strike 3 on the corner, and Jenkins is down looking on strikes. He sees 4 pitches. 3 of them were strikes. 2 were breaking balls called for strikes, and the third is the strikeout for Nolan. He had as many as 13 in a game back on March 1st against Davis and Elkins. 6 innings of 1-run ball, and he struck out 13 batters. If you count his other 6 starts, he's only hit 6 strikeouts as Williams steps to the plate and taps 1 to third. A lob across the diamond in time from Brooks Morrow to get Williams, and there's 2 away. First pitch swinging, Williams retired, and now Logan Floyd stands in for the first time with the Eagles down to their final out here in the top of the first inning. Defensively for Anderson, we mentioned Brooks Morrow. He's at third base. He's joined on the left side by Carson Molina-Roley as Floyd fouls the first pitch back and out of play. As the ball lands into the parking lot, it's strike 1 on Floyd. Right side of the infield, you have Kyle Kakamisi. He's the second baseman. Gray Wells is at first base. Left to right in the outfield, it's Braden Owens, Zach Stover, and Braden Harrison. Next offering home is a ball away, and it's an even count of 1 ball and 1 strikes to the first baseman, Logan Floyd, who's hitting .333 this year, tied for the team lead with 25 RBI on the year, 2 on Tuesday. He takes a strike, and Nolan's ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the first. Jenkins started with a strikeout looking. Williams followed, swung at the first pitch, and grounded out to third. And now Floyd trying to give Carson-Newman its first base runner as Nolan winds and delivers, and Floyd slaps it back up the middle for a base hit. Nolan came at him with a 1-2 fastball, and Logan Floyd is able to send it right back up the middle for a base hit, and the Eagles have a 2-out base runner aboard for Tanner Kilgore. Good work there by Floyd to square up Nolan's fastball. And now Kilgore will stand in for the first time, hitting .311, hitting in this familiar cleanup spot that he has basically been in all year. Right-handed hitter stands in, and the pitch drills him in the helmet. So back-to-back base runners now as Nolan just drilled Tanner Kilgore with a fastball that drills his helmet. He's fine. He sprints up to first base, and the Eagles have first and second occupied now with 2 away.
Number 12, Nicholas Castellano.
And that'll bring Nicholas Castellano to the plate. It'll take him a second to get to the batter's box because he had his catcher's gear on. As now he works his way toward the batter's box and will hit from the right side with 2 away and 2 on for the Eagles in the first. The righty Nolan works from the stretch as he comes set, looks at Floyd at second, and the pitch home. It's a breaking ball blocked by the catcher Bello, and it's ball 1. The Eagles have been a dangerous 2-out hitting team. They had a lot of success last weekend at Limestone, hitting with 2 outs and scoring runs. The Eagles scored 8 of their 12 runs over the course of the 3-game weekend against Limestone with 2 outs. Or in the first 2 games, 8 of their first 13 runs of the weekend were with 2 outs. The Eagles scored 18 runs total in those 3 games, but 8 of the first 13 in those first 2 wins were scored with 2 outs. Next pitch home is a breaking ball for a strike. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And actually, no balls and 2 strikes. There was a violation on Castellana before he stepped in, so instead of the first pitch being a ball, it's a 0-2 count on Castellana. Now a breaking ball blocked by Bello, and that's ball 1. So now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. The Eagles and Trojans meeting here in Anderson, South Carolina. 49th all-time meeting. The Eagles swept the Trojans in Mossy Creek at the beginning of April last year. Now they meet here at Anderson Memorial Stadium. Carson-Newman batting here in the top of the first. 2 on, 2 out, and Castellana swings and misses for strike 3. Some 2-out life there for Carson-Newman in the first, but the Eagles strand Floyd at second and Kilgore at first. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left for Carson-Newman in the top half of the first. Coming to pitch is Jackson Underwood. We'll tell you about him and who he'll face when we return after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
The baseball is in the hands of Jackson Underwood as he gets set to pitch against this Anderson lineup here in the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Braden Harrison, Zach Stover, and Dom Bello to the plate for a Trojans offense that is averaging 8.3 runs per game, and they've had a lot of success hitting .314 at the plate as a team. Both those numbers are second in the South Atlantic Conference. Jackson Underwood gets ready to make his second start of the year. Made his first career start at any school. He spent his first 2 years at Middle Tennessee State. Did not start any games there. Made his first career start last weekend against Limestone. Went 3 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned runs and had 5 strikeouts. Underwood has a 2.7 earned run average over 23 innings, and he gets ready for appearance number 10 in his second career start. And he begins the bottom of the first, the fastball low, 4-1 to Braden Harrison. So the 6'2" right-hander from Murfreesboro breaks a breaking ball into the strike zone for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Underwood today for Carson-Newman on the mound. In game 1 of the series, a breaking ball in for a strike, and Underwood's dropped a couple of sliders in there, and it's 1-2 on Harrison. Harrison has a team-high 15 doubles, the second most nationally in Division II, as he grounds one sharply foul down the third base line, and it'll keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is a Anderson squad that has hit very well for extra bases, 69 doubles, number 1 in the league and 4th nationally. Swing and a foul tip back to the screen, and it's going to be a 1 ball, 2 strike count. It'll remain that way as Harrison gets ready to step back in and see another pitch from Jackson Underwood. The right-hander is into his windup off to the left and now winds and delivers a 1-2 that is hit sharply past Jenkins through the left side for a base hit. Braden Harrison hits .372, second best batting average on this Anderson squad, and he begins the first with a single through the left side.
Center fielder, number 10, Zach Stover.
Zach Stover comes to the plate. The center fielder is hitting .320 this year. 31 hits, tied for the third most on the team. 23 RBI is second most on the club. He stands in, swings from the right side. As Underwood sets, pitching from the stretch, goes high and inside, and the pitch is ball one. As we mentioned, Carson-Newman in the orange uniforms today. They have blue ball caps on with white pants here in this series opener. 1-0 set for Underwood. He sets and pitches a fastball. It's on the inner half, drilled out to left center field. Miller on the run. It's over his head. He'll get it before it gets to the wall. Hits the cutoff Jenkins. Runner gets held at third, and it's a double for Zach Stover into the left center field gap. His 10th of the year. This is a strong Anderson offense, and they show it right there with Zach Stover ripping a inside fastball into the left center field gap. And just like that, the Trojans are in business for Dom Bello, making his 19th start of the year, hitting in the 3-hole with a .333 average on the year. Back-to-back hits for the Trojans have second and third occupied with nobody out as Bello sees Underwood's slider drop in for a called strike. No score, bottom one. Anderson has its third batter of the inning at the plate. First two have reached on base hits. 0-1, breaking ball. Line drive softly into right center field. It's going to dip in for a base hit. Williams grabs it. He hits the cutoff Floyd, and the runner from second is held, but Harrison scores from third, and Anderson is on the board. It's 1-0. Good hitting from Dom Bello. He's got his 20th RBI of the year on a bloop right side single. Moves Stover to third. First and third, nobody out for the Trojans here in the first. Now, we mentioned Anderson's offensive numbers. They've hit really well this season. This is a really good matchup because Carson-Newman pitching has been terrific this year. .384 earned run average as a team, first in the league, 16th nationally. Going against one of the potent offenses in Division II and in the South Atlantic Conference this year is the four-hitter Brooks Morrow takes inside on a fastball from Underwood, and it's 1-0. Good crowd on hand for a 62-degree day in Anderson, South Carolina, with winds that can get up to about 16 miles per hour but sit at about 8 throughout the day as Underwood drops in a breaking ball for a called strike on. 1 ball, 1 strike. Corners occupied for AAU in the first, nobody out. The righty Underwood looks into his catcher Castellana with the corners occupied. Brings the glove to his belt and now pitches a 1-1 breaking ball, called strike 2. Brooks Morrow has a 5-game hitting streak. He's hitting .348 this year. 7 different Trojans are hitting over 300 this season. Another quality one here in Morrow with the corners occupied. He stands back in as Underwood delivers a 1-2 that's chopped foul down the line at third. Gibson fielded it cleanly, but in foul ground just behind the third base bag off to the left side. And the count remains 1-2. 3 batters, 3 hits for Anderson here in the first. Harrison single, Stover double, and Bello RBI single to plate Harrison. What will Morrow do as he stands back in? The 1-2 pitch is an inside fastball that misses for ball 2. 2 ball, 2 strike count. As Underwood faces Morrow here in the first, looking for the first out of the inning. All right, he sets at the belt. He pauses and pitches. 2-2 hit sharply down the line. It's a fair ball. 1 run is in. The second one will get held at third base. Another double, and it's 2-0. Looked to be foul on the sharply hit ball, and Tom Griffin is heading out to the home plate umpire who made the call to say that that ball was foul. It's hard to tell in real time where it bounced initially before getting to the bag. It's got to be inside the bag. Does the ball and it bounces and then goes over it. It can end up in foul ground, but as long as it hits in fair territory initially, it's a fair ball. And so after Coach Griffin chats with the home plate umpire, he'll make his way to the mound and chat things over with the infield and his starting pitcher, Jackson Underwood. It's 2-0 Anderson, who has racked up 4 hits in its first 4 batters that have gone to the plate. Morrow with an RBI double. It moves Bello to third. Stover scores on the play. So it's Bello at third and Morrow at second base with still nobody out in this first inning. 2-0 Anderson. Single, double, RBI single, RBI double. First 4 batters to the plate for Anderson in this first frame. Long visit out on the mound for Coach Griffin. Gets broken up by the home plate umpire, and he'll make his way back to the dugout and try to calm down Jackson Underwood and hope that he can find his way through this first inning in what is his second career start. Already 16 pitches in the inning. He's found the strike zone quite often, 12 strikes on 16 pitches, but has seen these Trojans put it just about everywhere in this first inning to record 4 hits in its first 4 batters. Underwood sets as he gets ready to face Ben Billard here in the first. Fastball home is a strike to begin the at-bat. Ben Billard is the DH today, a sophomore hitting .302, a home run, 22 RBI for the DH. He is one of 5 Anderson hitters in the lineup today with at least 20 runs batted in. 0-1 offering from Underwood is grounded sharply foul, and it's 0-2. With Carson-Newman trailing by 2 in the bottom of the first inning, still searching for its first out. Righty Jackson Underwood will pick to second base, throw a little bit behind Nathan, so there's no tag at second base on the pickoff. But a good job by the sophomore second baseman to at least catch it and not allow it to go into the outfield on the pickoff attempt by Underwood to second. 0-2 as Underwood sets to get ready for a 0-2 to Billard, and it's grounded on a chopper to first. Floyd's only play is to take it to the first base bag himself. He dives and gets the glove on the bag for the first down of the inning. 3 unassisted, does score a run though as Bello scores on the play, and it's 3-0 Anderson. So Billard does a job, 3rd straight Anderson hitter to drive in a run. And now Gray Wells, it's a productive out because Morrow moves to 3rd on that play as well. It's what you want to do if you have runners at 2nd and 3rd, at least get it to the right side and give your runners a chance to advance even on an out. In that case, a ground out to 1st. It's the first out of the inning, and now Gray Wells takes ball 1 as he stands in from the left side for the Trojans, hitting .256 this year. And Underwood's offering is a breaking ball into the turf, or into the dirt rather. On this dirt infield at Anderson Memorial Stadium, there's actually dirt along the warning track in the outfield. You have it leading up to home plate, obviously around home plate, and then in the infield. Also infield grass as well, as Wells chops one off his foot foul, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Certainly the wind gusts today should help some of the hitters as they have about 8-mile-per-hour winds consistently and up to about 18 miles per hour, which can make the 62-degree weather feel more like the mid-50s. 2-1 offering is fouled back to the left side by Wells, and it's an even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eagles trying to get out of this first inning. 3 runs on 4 hits so far for AU. The righty Underwood comes set at the belt, looks to 3rd and pitches a 2-2 to Wells. It's below the knees, and it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Gray Wells, who has 17 RBI this year, hoping to extend Anderson's lead in the first. Righty Underwood sets at the belt again, and his payoff home is a breaking ball in the corner for called strike 3. That is a big punch out for Jackson Underwood. He drops in his slider and backdoors Gray Wells for the second out of the inning. So back-to-back outs recorded, and now Kyle Kakami will step to the plate from the left side. The second baseman's the 2-out hitter here in the first inning. Eagles defense playing normal depth. Gibson the only one playing in a little bit. He's even with the third base bag as the first offering home is outside on a fastball from Underwood for ball 1. Gibson plays even and right with his toes touching the infield grass while the rest of Carson-Newman's infield plays back toward the outfield grass. Underwood's 1-0 set in the offering home is a fly ball right center field. Williams is after it. He won't get to it. It's way over his head. It one hops and hits a second hop to get to the warning track. Miller is the one to track it down to hit the cutoff Jenkins, and it's an RBI triple for Kyle Kakami, and it's 4-0 Anderson, 5th hit of the inning. Well, this is a big park, and if you get a hold of one here, it is trouble for defensive players in the outfield. Kyle Kakami with the triple to right center field. That's his second of the year, and Anderson's 14th triple. They have the third most in Division II. It scores Morrow on the play, and the first 4 batters of Anderson's inning that all had a base hit have now scored. Now Kakami at third for Braden Owens with 2 outs, and the breaking ball from Underwood's a strike on the inner half. More extra base hits for this Trojans group. 3 of the 5 hits in the inning are extra base hits. Nothing in one set for Underwood. The Eagles down 4-0, and the fastball is hit softly to the right side. Floyd backhands it, throws to first. Underwood covers, and the play is made. 3-1 putout ends the first inning, but Anderson erupts for 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors, and a runner is left on base. Trojans put a 4 spot for Walker Noland, who makes his way back to the mound with a 4-run lead as we head to the top half of the second after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Most of this season that has Carson-Newman out to a 20-6 overall record has been dependent on scoring first, but also scoring early and often has been the taste and the recipe for success for this Eagles bunch. They are 16-0 this year when they score first. They only won 10 games last year when they scored first, and they are 4-6 when they do not score first. The numbers favor Carson-Newman when it is able to score the first run of the game, but it's Anderson scoring 4 times in the first inning. It's just the 3rd time this season that an opponent against CN has scored 4 runs or more in an inning. Florida Southern did it twice in back-to-back innings in the middle game of that 3-game series. And now Anderson becomes the first SAC school to do it this year with a 4-run first on 5 hits that they send 8 batters to the plate for. As we've got an issue with Dom Bellows' glove initially, I think, and now his wristband as well that he wears on his left wrist. The umpire helps him out, and now he's in his catcher's stance so we can begin this top half of the second inning. Walker Noland winds in his fastball that can get up to 92 miles per hour, misses for a ball. He's got a breaking ball, a fastball, and a changeup. The fastball gets up to about 92 miles per hour. Another one here is inside for ball 2. His breaking ball will fall in the high to mid-70s. Here's the 2-0 home from Nolan. It's it back up middle. It hits Nolan. He keeps it in front with his glove, flips to first on one hop, and Gray Wells collects for the first out. Unfortunate for Gibson. He hits it really well, but Nolan, in his big frame, able to keep the baseball in front. He's 6'5", 190, and was able to keep in front and flip to first. And now the head coach and the staff for Anderson out to chat with Nolan. After that ball, maybe drilled him. He's pointing toward his right knee or his right leg. He was able to move just fine after the ball made contact with him. He didn't really step to throw, though. He just kind of flipped it with his right hand to the first baseman, Wells, and now he'll throw a couple of pitches here, and the first one looks pretty good, and he seems ready to roll. Well, good to see Nolan's fine as Gibson is the first out of this second inning on a hard-hit ball back up the middle that Nolan's able to keep in front. Now Cole Nathan, the 7-hitter for CN, with one away. Carson-Newman nothing, Anderson 4. Righty winds, and the first pitch to Cole Nathan's a strike as Bello dropped the baseball. Cole Nathan's hitting .346, a home run and 18 RBI for the sophomore infielder from Knoxville. He is hitting .344, right around his average, as the breaking ball is away for a ball 1-1, right around his average over his last 10 games, in which Carson-Newman's gone 7-3. Eagles have won 3 straight road games, obviously, with the sweep over Limestone last weekend. They're 6-3 away from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. 1-1 fastball's high. It's 2 balls and a strike to Cole Nathan here in the second. 4-0 Anderson. 1 away in the frame. Eagles have 1 hit. That was in the first with 2 outs from Logan Floyd. 2-1 wind for the righty, and the 6'5" right-hander sees Nathan hit one slowly to short. Tough play for the shortstop on the run. Melina Rowley on the transfer lost the ball. See how that gets ruled. That was a tough play. A slow roller in the infield, and they're going to give Nathan a base hit. So Cole Nathan reaches on an infield single, and now Ryan Bolton to the plate with 1 away. Well, you got to just chip away if you're Carson-Newman. You can't get all 4. You can get all 4 back in one swing, but certainly you don't need it. A long ways to go in this series opener. Cole Nathan's now hit safely in 8 straight games. As here's a ground ball to short. Melina Rowley fields this one cleanly. His throw on the run retires Ryan Bolton. 6-3 put out does move Cole Nathan to second base. And there's 2 away for the 9-hitter Trey Miller. So Miller, the 2-out batter for Carson-Newman here in the second inning. 4-0 is the Anderson lead. Miller's been spectacular this year with 2 outs. 12 hits with 2 outs this year of the 30 he's recorded in his graduate student year. First pitch he sees from Walker Nolan's a fastball at the knees for called strike 1. Only 3 hitters on this Carson-Newman team have more 2-out hits, and they've all had more at-bats. Logan Floyd, Tanner Kilgore, and Cole Nathan have 14 and 13 between those 3 each. They have more at-bats than Miller does. Nothing in 1 offering is an inside fastball. It's ball 1. 1-1 count with 2 outs in the second inning, and Anderson leading Carson-Newman 4-0 on a 62-degree day in Anderson, South Carolina. No clouds in the sky. A beautiful day on this Friday afternoon. 1-1 breaking balls blocked into the dirt by Bello. And Miller's worked himself into a nice count. 2 balls and 1 strike with Nathan at second. Eagles trying to get on the scoreboard here with the 9-hitter Miller at the plate. The righty Nolan comes set. He brings the glove to his chest and pitches a breaking ball low and away. Again, blocked by Bello nicely. And it's 3-1. So a first pitch fastball has been followed by 3 consecutive balls. And Miller trying to give Carson-Newman a second base runner with 2 outs here in the second inning. Eagles squad that has won 4 straight games. Won 16-6 on Tuesday against Tusculum. Home midweek win for the Eagles in 8. Trying to carry some of that momentum here on the road, but down 4-0 as Miller hits one back up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third is Cole Nathan. He will score. That's hit 13 for Trey Miller with 2 outs. An RBI single up the middle, and the Eagles are on the board. It's 4-1. That's a really good piece of hitting by Miller. A hitter's count, and he drives the fastball back up the middle to make it 4-1. Carson-Newman's third hit. They've all been singles.
Number 5, Ryan Jenkins.
Miller has his 25th RBI. So now 3 different Carson-Newman hitters have 25 RBI each. Miller gets a short lead at first as we roll the lineup back to the top for Ryan Jenkins with 2 outs. First pitch breaking ball is a strike at the letters. 0-1 as Walker Nolan faces Jenkins for the first time. He punched him out looking on 3 pitches to begin the game. Another short lead for Miller at first. He is a threat out there on the bases with 9 stolen bags and 9 tries. Next pitch home is high and inside for a ball. 1-1 to Ryan Jenkins as Nolan tries to navigate this second inning in which Carson-Newman has been able to score once. The righty comes set. Glove at his chest as he will pick to first base. Close play. Miller back safely. 4-1 game. Carson-Newman has 3 hits so far, but allowed 5 hits and 4 runs in the bottom half of the first. As the Eagles down by 3 early. Nolan comes set. His 30th pitch of the inning, or of the game, is inside for a ball. Throw down to second. They get Miller. First time he's been thrown out this year. It's a good throw from Dom Bello. And they get Miller caught stealing at second base. But it's a productive inning for Carson-Newman. It's a 2-hit inning that results in 1 run, no errors, and nobody's left on base in the second inning. Anderson 4, Carson-Newman 1 as we head to the bottom half of inning number 2 from Anderson Memorial Stadium after this.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
4-1 ball game as Jackson Underwood heads back to the mound and tries to throw a scoreless second inning with his team trailing 4-1. Hope to regroup and settle in here to his second career start. He'll face the 9-hitter Carson Molina-Roley, and then back to the top of the order and Harrison and Stover. So Molina-Roley, Harrison, and Stover due up for the Trojans, who lead 4-1. The second inning begins with a fastball in the inside corner for ball 1. Mentioned how big this ballpark is here in Anderson, South Carolina. It's about 5 or so minutes away from its campus. 345 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line as this ball's popped up into the air right side. Into the outfield, Williams calls off Cole Nathan, the second baseman, who had made his way out into the outfield. But it's Williams charging in, making the catch, and the first out of the inning is recorded by the right fielder. We didn't set Carson-Newman's defense. Let's do that real quick. Ryan Bolton, Trey Miller, Spencer Williams left to right in the outfield. Aiden Gibson's at third base. Jenkins joins him at shortstop. Cole Nathan's the second baseman with Logan Floyd at first base. And Nicholas Castellana catches Underwood in his second career start as Harrison takes inside for ball 1. 335 down the right field line, 345 down the left field line. The gaps are pretty big at this park as well. 400 to the right center field gap, 380 out to left center. Straight away center field is 414. Next home is a strike. Underwood, after falling behind 1-0, has worked back-to-back fastballs into the zone, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Braden Harrison, who singled and scored last inning. 1-2 is a high fastball, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Anderson's right fielder. Certainly have to have a lot of speed in the outfields for how this park is built, as Harrison fans at a breaking ball into the dirt. Castellana catches and throws down on the dropped third strike, and Jackson Underwood has his second strikeout, and there's 2 away in the second inning. Good response by the junior. And now Zach Stover with 2 outs. Ground ball to short. Jenkins fields it cleanly, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning, a quick inning from Jackson Underwood and Carson-Newman. A fly ball out, a strikeout, and a ground out ends the Anderson threat in the second. 1-2-3 Underwood second, and it's 4-1 Trojans as we head to the third after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
We welcome you back to Anderson, South Carolina at Anderson Memorial Stadium, where Carson-Newman trails Anderson 4-1 as we head to the top of inning number 3. It'll be Ryan Jenkins in the top of the order to start this third inning. Jenkins was batting when Miller was caught stealing to end that threat in the top half of the second. First pitch of the third from Walker Nolan's on the way, and it's tapped foul back to the screen for strike 1. 4-1 game. It's Carson-Newman trailing despite 3 hits. 2 in the second, 1 in the first. Have had multiple race runners, though, in its first 2 attempts offensively so far. 0-1 line from Nolan's. Chopped to short. 2 hops, and Calamisi can't make the play. Probably should have attacked the baseball, instead waited on it, and it took a funky hop off the infield grass. And that'll get ruled an error, allowing Jenkins to reach. E6 on Calamie. And it's a leadoff runner for Carson-Newman. First time they've had the leadoff batter aboard. Righty Nolan comes set against Spencer Williams, who grounded out in the first. Williams bunts it third base side. Play is to first. Morrow will throw on and make the play. So a sac bunt from Spencer Williams. The Eagles have a runner in scoring position, playing a little small ball here early on. Williams does his job with the sac bunt. Jenkins moves to second as the third baseman Morrow makes the play. And there's 1 away for Logan Floyd. Floyd with Carson-Newman's first hit of the day and 2-out single in the first. He stands in against Nolan for the second time, and the first pitch is a breaking ball off the plate for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 1 out in the third. 1-0 set. Nolan pitches an inside fastball. It's off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes, and time called by Dom Bello. And he'll trot out to his pitcher, Nolan, and chat with him. With Anderson seeing Carson-Newman threaten here in this third inning offensively, with Logan Floyd at the plate and his 25 RBI and 32 hits on the year. 32 hits are the most on the club, coming off an all-SAC third-team selection as a freshman, all-defensive team as well for the now sophomore from Adairsville, Georgia. Nolan sets at the belt, and he'll fake a pick to second base. He stepped up with his right foot and does not need to make a throw, as now he steps back on the rubber. Jenkins with a sizable lead, and the 2-0 home is a strike on a fastball right across the plate to Floyd, who seemed to be taking all the way. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. 4-1 Anderson. We're in the top of the third. A 4-run first for Anderson on 5 hits. 2-1 set for Nolan. He looks at Jenkins at second, peeks back a second time, and now pitches a 2-1 breaking ball well outside into the left-handed hitting batter's box. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Nolan's pitch count getting close to 40 as he navigates the third inning. Heart of the order waits behind Floyd, who hits in the 3-hole for CN. He stands back in. And the 3-1 from Nolan. Fastball hit sharply to short. Calamise is able to field it and throw to first. Jenkins does move to third base, but Floyd's retired on the 6-3 putout. And it's the second out of the inning, and Tanner Kilgore stands in now. So Jenkins has been able to work to each base, sack, bunt, and a ground out. And it's Tanner Kilgore standing in with 2 away. Righty Nolan comes set, and the pitch home as a fastball gets away from Bello. Jenkins will sprint home and score without a play. So the Eagles are able to score a run with 2 outs once again. A wild pitch by Walker Nolan. And the Eagles are halfway into this 4-run deficit. It's 4-2. Fastball just maybe overthrown and maybe caught Bello off guard. It's an unearned run because of the error that has started this frame. Here's the second pitch now to Kilgore. It's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away, top 3. 4-2 Anderson. Nolan sets and gets into his windup. 1-1 home to Kilgore. A breaking ball that Kilgore was out in front of a changeup. And it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of inning number 3. Carson-Newman has got the last 2 runs of this game to draw within 2. 1-2 to Kilgore. Fastball poked out toward left field. Straight away left field for Owens, who moves to his left a little bit to the gap lately. And at the last second moves again to his left to make the catch, and the out is recorded. Eagles do get a run, though, on an error. No hits, and nobody's left in the frame. Carson-Newman continues to chip away at what was a 4-run deficit. It's now a 4-2 game as we head to the bottom half of inning number 3 from Anderson Memorial Stadium. After these messages, this is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Jackson Underwood tossed a 1-2-3 second inning. He'll try to carry that momentum into the bottom half of inning number 3, 4-2 game, and Underwood will face 3, 4, and 5 of Anderson's batting order. Underwood winds in the first pitch of the inning is a fastball off the plate for ball 1 against Dom Bello, who had an RBI single part of that 4-run first. That featured 5 hits coming from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 of Anderson's batting order. 2 balls, no strikes now on Dom Bello. The righty Underwood winds in the offering home as a fastball at the belt for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nice little seating area here at Anderson Memorial Stadium. There's chairbacks for roughly 5 sections of seating. That has about 10 to 12 rows. Next offering's a strike from Underwood. 2 balls, 2 strikes to start the third against Dom Bello. Here's the 2-2 home. A fastball into the dirt. 3-2 count now. Most of the fans here at the stadium are in those chairbacks. There's bleachers and then concrete seating off to the right side as Underwood punches out Bello looking for a called strike 3. Dropped a slider on the backside, and Bello's looking. That's the 3rd strikeout. Behind the bleachers area and lawn chairs that are set up just before the concrete seating area where the chairbacks are on both sides of the stadium on what is a 62-degree day. A lot of sun out there, no clouds in the sky as Underwood misses on the first offering, and now the next one bounces into the dirt, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. With Anderson leading 4-2 in this series opener, a series that Carson-Newman has won 6 of the last 7 meetings. Underwood winds, and here's the 2-0. Fastball at the knees, a called strike to Brooks Morrow, who had a 2-run double in the first to extend what is now a 6-game hitting streak. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball is away. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. To Anderson's third baseman, Brooks Morrow. Three-one line home. Breaking ball below the strike zone. That's the first free pass by either side. A walk with 1 out in the third. Brings in Ben Ballard.
Number 5, Ben Bullard.
Bullard had a RBI ground out in the first against Jackson Underwood. A softly hit ball to Logan Floyd, who had to make a diving play, though, to get the out at first base. He was well off the bag when he fielded the slow roller. Breaking ball's a strike from Underwood, 0-1. Certainly have to be pleased if you're Tom Griffin and staff here with how Underwood's responded after that 4-run, 5-hit first from Anderson. He's not let it affect him as he navigates into his 3rd inning of work. 0-1 set from Underwood. His fastball is high and away on his 50th pitch of his 2nd career start, 1-1. Well, he pitched into the 4th inning last weekend against Limestone. He has gone 4 2/3 on 2 different relief occasions this season, so he's more than capable of giving Carson-Newman 4 to 5 innings, if not more sometimes. Picked to first, back safely as Morrow. Those 4 2/3 outings were against Newberry on the road, in which he allowed 2 earned runs, in Lincoln Memorial 6 days after that on March 1st, when he only allowed 2 earned runs in that start, or a relief outing as well. 1-1 breaking ball's a strike, and he's ahead on Ballard. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 count in the third. 4-2 Anderson as Underwood comes set. short lead at first, and now a pick there. Underwood will keep Morrow close to the bag. Wind at times does calm down, and you don't feel it at all, and then other times it'll really pick up. Here at Anderson Memorial Stadium certainly makes it feel like the mid-50s. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. A changeup that time from Jackson Underwood to get his 4th strikeout of the game. And there's 2 outs now in the 3rd.
Number 26.
Boulard down swinging, and now Gray Wells, who was Underwood's first punch-out victim, stands in. Underwood comes set, a long pause. Now he offers a fastball at Wells. He doesn't take it because it's a way and high for ball 1. 2 outs, a runner at first. Anderson ahead 4-2 thanks to that 4-run first inning. Underwood's pitch is grounded softly to second. Nathan's got 2 choices. He'll decide to go to 1 with it, and the play is made. Inning over. Jackson Underwood has settled in nicely for Carson-Newman. He does deliver a 1-out walk, but gets a strikeout and a ground out, and has tossed back-to-back scoreless innings. We've played a 3rd of the series opener between Carson-Newman and Anderson. Trojans 4, Eagles 2 as we head to the 3rd, or rather the 4th. After these messages, this is the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Carson-Newman tries to continue to chip away at what was a 4-run deficit. It's down to 2 as the Eagles get ready to come back to the plate for the top half of inning number 4. Andrew Rogers glad to take you through today's sounds of Carson-Newman's series opener with Anderson here at Anderson Memorial Stadium in Anderson, South Carolina. The leadoff batter is Nicholas Castellana here in the 4th, and he takes on the inner half for a called strike 1. Eagles have scored a run in each of the last 2 frames, and we'll try to keep it up that pace here in the 4th. Castellana swings and misses. He's behind 0-2. He was a strikeout victim of Nolan's in the 1st. Next offering home from Nolan on the 0-2 breaking ball. It's away from the zone, and wisely Castellana stayed away from it. Count is 1-2. 5 hits, 4 runs for Anderson in an error. Carson-Newman has 3 hits to score 2 runs through 3 innings. 1-2, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts of Walker Nolan against Nicholas Castellana. And now Aiden Gibson. In steps Aiden Gibson, and he lines one down the right field line. This ball is sinking in a hurry, and it drops in for a base hit. Gibson rounds first sharply, but will hold up with a long single. First pitch swinging, Aiden Gibson has his first hit, a single down the right field line, and that's Carson-Newman's 4th hit, and they have one aboard here in the 4th. Good piece of hitting by Gibson, who's really hit 2 balls really well. He got robbed of a hit the first time with it being hit off the pitcher Noland, who kept it in front and threw out Gibson, and that time Gibson takes it down the right field line for a base hit. Now Cole Nathan stands in after his one-out single in the second inning and takes low for ball one. Carson-Newman trails 4-2. We're in the top half of the fourth inning in the series opener between the Trojans and the Eagles. 1-0 set in the pitch home is a fastball driven out toward right field. It's hanging up into the air, and making the catch is the right fielder Braden Harrison. There's 2 away. Ball was hit with a little bit more air under it than Aiden Gibson's, and that allowed Harrison to get after it on the Nathan flyout. And there's 2 outs for Ryan Bolton. Eagles have scored both of their runs in this game with 2 outs. A 2-out single from Trey Miller and a 2-out wild pitch to score Ryan Jenkins' last half inning. See if Ryan Bolton can extend the inning as he stands in for the second time. Hitting from the right side, the first pitch home is a fastball below the knees. It's ball one. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 4-2 game in the fourth. Pick to first. Back safely is Aiden Gibson. Eagles like to hit and run in certain situations. Gibson has 3 stolen bases this year. He has a very short lead at first. 1-0. Chopper, right side, a high chopper that Wells fields. He flips to first. Noland, did he get to the bag? He did. At the last second, Walker Noland got his right foot on the bag. He was taking the exchange and the flip from Wells and thought he had the foot on his bag on the bag initially, did not, but at the last second was able to take that right foot and stomp on the first base bag before Bolton got there. And the final of the inning is recorded. 4-2, we've played 3.5. Anderson leads by 2 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Kyle Kakamis will come to the plate in the bottom of the fourth inning with Anderson leading 4-2. 7, 8, and 9 part of Anderson's batting order. Set to face Jackson Underwood, who's back out to the mound to try to pitch another scoreless inning. He settled into his second career start after a 4-run first inning, and he starts this fourth inning with a strike. 4-run first is the difference right now for the Trojans, but Carson-Newman's cut into it halfway there, down 2 now. As Underwood misses again, 2 balls, no strikes to Kyle Kakamis, who has an 8-game hitting streak now after his first inning triple that scored a run. He was left at third, though, in the inning as the 1-0 breaking ball hits the outer third. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the leadoff batter of the fourth for Anderson. Underwood's ready for the 2-1 breaking ball, and he sees it hit to second base, and it goes underneath the glove of Cole Nathan into right field for a base hit. That was routine as can be. But Nathan sees it go underneath his mitt, and that's an error. Runner aboard for the Trojans. Hard to tell there in real time again. It maybe seemed like Nathan didn't have the ball in front, and he just tried to lean that left hand, his glove hand, to the side to field it. Didn't have it down into the dirt, and so a fielding error brings Braden Owens to the plate with a runner aboard, and the Eagles pick to first. Well, Carson-Newman defensively did commit 3 errors on Tuesday. It was a 16-6 win, but it was a win that Tom Griffin was pleased with, obviously. Anytime you win, it's good. But he said his team made a whole host of errors with free passes, some of the pitching issues at times, fielding errors. They had 3 errors in the game. Didn't like some of the approaches at times at the plate. And said it's a 10-run victory, of course, and you'll take wins, but we have a lot to learn from that win on Tuesday. 0-1 set for Underwood against Owens, who shows bunts at first base side. 2 hops into the glove of Underwood. He catches and tosses to Floyd. Sack bunt from Braden Owens. He does his job to get Kyle Kakamis into scoring position. He's at second base with an out here in the 4th. Eagles have now committed an error in 4 of its last 5 games. They have as many as 5 in a game this year. That was back against Lee on February 18th. And you kind of forget sometimes about how good this team was defensively through its first 7 games, or rather 8 games of the year. Didn't have an error in 5 of their first 8 games of the year. But since the start of the year and that 8-game stretch, they only have 3 games with no errors. Breaking ball is outside to the 9-hitter, Carson Molina-Roley. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, bottom 4. Underwood sets at the chest, lifts the left leg and fires a breaking ball. It's a strike. Molina-Roley showed bunt, pulled it back, and kind of looked at the umpire, surprised by the strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball and a strike with a runner at second and 1 away in the 4th for AU. 1-1. Chopper, foul, left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Carson-Newman's pitching staff is one of the best in the country this season. The lowest earned run average at .384 in the league this season so far. Trying to overcome a 4-run first inning right now, trailing by 2 in the 4th. 1-2 breaking ball, another chopper foul. This one goes into the Eagles' dugout. It hops over someone's 2 hands, trying to leap up and catch it. Bounces into the dugout. It stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eagles have 2 shutouts this year. They've held their opponent to 3 runs or less in half of their 26 games, so 13 of the 26 games this year. 1-2. Another chopper and another foul ball left side, caught by the third base coach for Anderson, who will toss it toward the first base dugout. And Molina-Roley will step in again and wait for another 1-2. He's found 3 in a row off. One-two set for Jackson Underwood. He looks to second and pitches a fastball that's fouled back over top the press box and out of play. 4 runs for Anderson, 2 for Carson-Newman as Molina-Roley steps back in with 1 ball and 2 strikes on him. He's fouled 4 consecutive offerings off. And now a 5th. He continues to battle against Jackson Underwood, who continues to see that pitch count creep up. He's nearing 70. Eagles have just now, right on cue, as I mentioned the pitching count, the pitch count, have sent an arm out to the pen here in the 4th to start loosening. 1-2 set for Underwood. The righty lifts and fires in a breaking ball that's lifted out toward left. Bolton backtracking, goes back and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. He was playing in a little bit on Molina-Roley, who does not have a home run this year. But Bolton had to go back a couple of steps to make the catch. And a long second out recorded in a battle won by Jackson Underwood against Molina-Roley, who's flown out twice. And now back to the top for Braden Harrison. It was an 8-pitch at-bat to work Underwood's pitch count to 68 here in the 4th. The right-hander comes set as he brings the glove to his belt, looks to second base. Runner gets an extra lead. And now the pitch to Harrison's line down the left field line. It's hooking, and it's foul. Would have been extra bases again for Braden Harrison, but it hooks foul down the left field line for strike one. Wind really picks up here now as Harrison gets ready to stand back in. It's a helping wind here at the ballpark today. Will certainly allow things to fly a little farther when the wind picks up at the current pace that it is at. Nothing in one home. Breaking ball into the dirt, blocked by Castellano. Runner stays put at second base. Good job by the senior from Lancaster, New York, to block that baseball to perfection and not allow the runner to get an extra 90 feet. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs in the fourth. Underwood trying to toss a third consecutive scoreless inning. The 1-1 home is hit off the end of the bat, flared into right center field. It's sinking, but Cole Nathan runs back and makes the catch. What a terrific play as Nathan lost his cap, sprinting into the outfield grass. He makes the over-the-shoulder catch, and the inning is over. Well, he started the inning with a fielding error and makes up for it with a nice over-the-shoulder catch to save a run in the fourth. 3 scoreless in a row from Jackson Underwood. Carson-Newman still trails, though. It's 4-2 after 4 innings. Anderson in front. This is Carson-Newman Baseball on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Jackson Underwood has done a nice job to recover after allowing 4 runs in the first inning. He's tossed 3 consecutive scoreless innings, and Carson-Newman comes back to the plate trailing by 2 runs with the 9-1-2 part of the order set to come to the plate against Walker Noland, who so far has tossed 4 innings of 1 run ball, 1 earned run, 2 overall runs allowed. 4 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts for the senior right-hander, who winds in the first pitch of the 5th is a line drive back up the middle for a base hit. After it is the center fielder who bobbles it out in center field. Miller rounds first and sprints to second. We'll see if it's a single and an error, if they'll give Miller a double on that. The center fielder, Stover, had to go to the gap a little bit to field it. On the line drive for Miller, it will go down as a double. They'll give Miller a double, his second hit of the day. A single, now a double, puts a runner on second base to start the top of the 5th. Trey Miller continues to be one of, if not Carson-Newman's best hitter out of the 9-hole this season. First pitch now to Ryan Jenkins, a fastball on the outside for ball 1. Walker Nolan's got a pretty nice pitch count so far. That was his 53rd right there. That missed outside as he works into his 5th inning of his 8th start of the year. The righty comes set with the corners playing on the infield grass, and Jenkins takes high for ball 2. Oh, I mentioned it in the second inning. Yes, you can get all 4 runs that Carson-Newman trailed by at one point back on one swing, but for how early it was, the Eagles just needed to chip it away at the lead, and they have done just that. Trying to do it again here in the 5th as Jenkins taps one foul off his back. It bounced off the home plate, the backside of home plate, and then dinged off the number of his jersey on the back for a foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Miller at second in the 5th. Jenkins is 0 for 2, but he has reached once on a fielding error and scored in that 3rd inning. 2-1 home from Nolan. High and inside on his fastball at 90 miles per hour, and it's 3-1. Jenkins trying to get on base and give Carson-Newman a second runner here in the fifth. 3-1 set for Nolan. And his fastball home's lined sharply foul off to the right side. And out of play, count is now full. Eagles have had a base runner in every single inning, and they've had multiple runners in 2 of the 4. Three-two home to Jenkins. Inside it hit him. It was a fastball that drills him on the inside part of his left arm, and it's a hit-by pitch to put Jenkins aboard. First and second, nobody out. Now for Spencer Williams as the Eagles try to continue to claw away and chip away at this 2-run deficit. First and second, Williams laid down a sac bunt in the third. This is another opportunity to do that. We'll see if Tom Griffin lets him swing away or bunt one. He shows bunt and gets it down. It's a nice bunt right back to Nolan. His only plays to first, and he makes it. And there's one away. Well, that's a terrific job. Well done by Spencer Williams. He's given up his bat in back-to-back plate appearances, but has done what he's needed and been asked to do. Lay down a sac bunt. He's done it successfully twice now. And runners are on second and third with one out for Logan Floyd. Floyd a chance to tie this game with a base hit to the outfield. You've got a lot of speed, and Miller and Jenkins aboard. Walker Nolan lifts the left leg, and his first pitch to Floyd is popped up right side off the end of the bat, foul. The bleachers and the stands here at Anderson Memorial Stadium run to the dugouts, and the dugouts run just about the length of the infield dirt that leads up to the outfield grass. It starts about halfway up each side of the lines. 0-1 breaking ball is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anderson's crowd thought maybe that was on the corner. Didn't get the call. Even count now. Not a ton of room, probably 20 yards or so of foul territory for where the fielders can field a pop fly in foul territory. As this breaking ball is a strike, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes as Walker Nolan works from the left side of the slab. He brings his left leg set and pitches a breaking ball. That's hit back to the mound. Nolan's going to go home with it. The play at the plate. Got him. Miller thought he got his left hand inside the tag from the catcher, Bello. The home plate umpire says he didn't, and Tom Griffin is out again to chat with the home plate umpire, who's made 2 questionable calls that Coach Griffin's been upset about. It's a 1-2 putout at home to get Miller on the soft roller back to the mound. Jenkins to third, Floyd to first on the play at home. Looked to be close. Miller was able to sneak that left hand inside, and not before Bello applied the tag. The throw is not a good one from Nolan. It was high and left from where it needed to be. But Bello was able to snare it and whip the tag down on Miller for the second out of the inning. Two outs for Tanner Kilgore. Eagles trying to at least get something out of this inning in which they've gotten runners on base here in the frame. First and second, nobody out. Second and third, and 1 out. And now first and third, 2 outs in a 4-2 game as Kilgore swings and fouls the first pitch back to the screen. And out of play. 0-1 on Tanner Kilgore, who stands in for the second time. He has struck out and been hit by a pitch in his 2 plate appearances so far. He stands back in. The 0-1 from Nolan's a high breaking ball, but it finds the zone on the inside part across the letters of Kilgore, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Corners occupied in the 5th with 2 outs. Nolan comes set and pitches a fastball. Swing and a miss by Kilgore. Inning over. 4-2 is the score. Carson-Newman has stranded a couple of runners in the 5th inning. They had first and second, nobody out, and second and third, 1 out, but come up empty in the 5th. We head to the bottom half of the 5th. It's still a 4-2 game. Eagles try to put another 0 up, and they'll do it with a relief pitcher. We'll tell you who that is when we come back to the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Some good opportunities for Carson-Newman to cut into this 4-2 deficit there in the 5th inning. First and second, nobody out. Second and third, 1 out. First and third, 2 outs. But CN unable to get on the scoreboard there in the 5th inning, and the deficit stays at 2 as Xavier Hart comes to the mound for Carson-Newman here in this 5th inning. So 4 innings, and that's it for Jackson Underwood. The pitch count was into the 70s. He finishes with 71 pitches in his second career start. His line's complete, and in comes Xavier Hart to face the first batter of Anderson's 5th inning, Zach Stover, and he takes a strike from Hart. So Underwood completes his line of 4 innings, 5 hits. All were in the first inning. All 4 runs scored in the first inning. He walked 1 and struck out 4. And the 19 batters he faced as Hart misses outside with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. More on Xavier Hart throughout his relief appearance here in the 5th inning of this series opener between Carson-Newman and Anderson. Fastball hit out toward left field. Ryan Bolton on the run with the wind pushing the ball out. He continues to run near the warning track and makes the catch. 1 away. Fly ball out, and that's Zach Stover being retired for the second time. He's 1 for 3. And now Dom Bello. This is Xavier Hart's 6th appearance. His ERA is inflated a smidge because of a outing on March 8th against number 6 Florida Southern, in which he gave up 7 hits and 6 runs. Prior to that, he had only given up 1 earned run over 5 2/3 innings of work to begin his senior season. 1-0 breaking balls away. 2 balls, no strikes on Dom Bello, who is 1 for 2. Hart has a 9.9 ERA, so that's why we say it's inflated a little bit, because it doesn't speak for how he has pitched at the start of his senior year. Just 1 bad outing. Next fastball is a strike, 2 balls and a strike. He's got 8 strikeouts and 2 walks this year over 5 appearances that have been in 6 1/3 innings, including a career-high 4 strikeouts against King to start the year. 2-1 fastballs hit high and foul off to the right. It's aiming for a car, and it lands just shy of a white Nissan. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Xavier Hart works exclusively from the stretch as the senior righty comes set and pitches a fastball into the dirt, blocked by Castellana, and it's 3-2. Bellows the batter. Morrow will follow. 2, 3, and 4 of AU's order that has been shut down. They only have two base runners since the first. A walk in the third, an error in the fourth, and now a swing and a miss by Bello. Strike 3. Hart punches him out for his single double to start the game for Anderson. Later on, Kyle Kakamisi had a triple with 2 outs to score another run, and since then Anderson has no hits. Breaking ball to Morrow's outside for a ball, 1-0. Apologies for any hit that happens here from Morrow to jinx what was just said. Ground ball, foul left side, 1 ball, 1 strike. Both teams have 5 hits and an error to its line. 2 runs, though, for Carson-Newman and 4 for Anderson as Xavier Hart tries to put up a 4th consecutive 0 for Carson-Newman pitching to keep this deficit at 2. The righty sets for the 1-1. His fastball inside misses the zone. It nearly hit Morrow as well. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs now in the 5th. This is the heart of Anderson's order at the plate as the 2-1 home is a breaking ball outside for ball 3. Hart liked the spot, so did Castellani. Held the glove there for an extra second or 2. Didn't get the call. The count is 3-1. 3-1 home. Fastball, strike 2. Morrow took 2 steps up the first base line. He thought he had ball 4 and now will fix his batting gloves as he resets prior to a payoff home from Xavier Hart. 3-2 set for the senior from Sellersburg, Indiana. He sets and pitches, and Morrow chases a high heater. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Xavier Hart. He tosses a 1-2-3 fifth and keeps Carson-Newman's deficit at 2 runs. 4-2 ball game as we head to the top of inning number 6 from Anderson Memorial Stadium. After this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to Anderson Memorial Stadium and Anderson, South Carolina, where Carson-Newman trails the Trojans 4-2. As we get set to begin the top half of inning number 6 in this South Atlantic Conference Series opening series between the Eagles and the Trojans. The wind in the delivery home is a breaking ball to Castellana, fouled off to the right by Walker Nolan. He was the one that offered it in. It's his 67th pitch as he navigates into the 6th inning in his 8th start of the year. He's been really good. He's their ace. Nothing in 1 offering to Castellana's bounced foul left side. He's behind nothing in 2. Walker Nolan this year has 41 strikeouts, up to 45 now with 4 in this game. The conference's pitcher of the week earlier this month has 4 quality starts this year of his 7. If he gets through this inning, and that would be it, it'd be a quality start. Quality starts, for those that do not know, qualify as 6 innings pitched of allowing 3 earned runs or less. 1-2 now from Nolan to Castellana, and he lifts it high into the air out toward left center field. After it is the center fielder to the gap, and he makes the catch as he approaches the wall. Stover after it to call off Owens for the first out of the 6th inning. We'll take a look around the South Atlantic Conference baseball scoreboard as we work our way through this 6th inning while still bringing you the sounds of this contest between the Eagles and the Trojans. Carson-Newman has a 1-game advantage in the win-loss column in the standings of the league over Lenore-Rhine, who leads UVA Wise 2-1 in the 2nd inning. Those are two really good teams. Wise has been much better than teams expected. So is this Carson-Newman team. This Eagles group was picked 7th in the South Atlantic Conference's preseason poll, and they are at the top and have been for most of the year as Gibson fouls a 1-0 back for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Aiden Gibson, who's 1 for 2. Wise was picked 12th in the league, second to last, and the Cavaliers are 5th place with a 9-6 record as Gibson lines one foul again. This one off to the right, and it's 1-2. 2-1 score there. Emory and Henry's playing a non-conference game today. They lead 10-2 over Bluefield State. Good win for Tusculum today. 8-0 winners over Mars Hill. Pioneers get their 4th win in league play this season. 1-2 line for Nolan against Gibson, who hits one high into the air right side. This one's tracking toward the Anderson bullpen. In foul ground, leaping over and making the catch is Harrison. He robs Gibson of an extra chance at the dish as he leaned over the fencing on the right side in foul territory. As the ball approached the Anderson bullpen, he is able to get his glove over the fence and lean over to make the catch for the 2nd out. Nice play by Braden Harrison. And now the 2-out batters, Cole Nathan, who takes high for ball 1. No other really scores to talk about just yet. Don't have a score on Wingate LMU that started earlier today. Catawba Newberry start at 6 o'clock, and so does Coker Limestone. Foul ball by Nathan, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nathan back into the batter's box. He's 1 for 2, a single in the 2nd inning, and a fly ball out in the 4th. 1-1 wind for Noland. Breaking balls high, 2 balls and a strike to Cole Nathan. This bottom of the order has been relatively productive. Certainly when Trey Miller, your 9-hitter, has 2 of the 5 hits, that'll shine. But 6 through 9 for Carson-Newman have 4 of the 5 hits. 2-1 offering from Nolan. Nathan goes around about 80% of the way. He was fooled by the breaking ball that was well outside. And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs in the 6th. Walker Nolan trying to record his first 1-2-3 inning of the day. The right-hander gets into his windup. The 2-2 home to Nathan, set off the end of the bat foul. And Cole stays alive in his 3rd plate appearance. This 3-game series will continue on Saturday, tomorrow afternoon, a 1 o'clock first pitch for the start of the doubleheader. We'll play a 9-inning game first and then the usual 7-inning game to wrap the series between these two clubs. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Nolan's got the sign, and his pitch home to Nathan's a line drive through the left side, another base hit. How about another 2-hit day for Cole Nathan, a single through the left side and a line drive, and he gives the Eagles a 2-out base runner. He continues to just barrel up baseballs in his sophomore season. He's now got 13 career multi-hit games. 8 of those are this year. The batting average coming into this game was at 346. That will be north of 350. Presuming his line stays as good as it is right now, he's 2 for 3, and he's aboard at first for Ryan Bolton, who takes a fastball for a strike on pitch 80 from Walker Noland. Anderson at no point in this game has had anybody loosening in the bullpen. Carson-Newman has its bullpen pretty quiet. And we'll probably send Xavier Hart back out there for the 6th, bottom half of this inning. Nothing a 1 set for Nolan. His pitch home is a fastball away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Carson-Newman's ranked 21st in the NCBWA poll. The Eagles moved up 8 spots from 19 to 11 in the American Baseball Coaches Association poll. Coaches have thought highly of Carson-Newman's baseball team so far this year, as this ball is a fair ball, and it's a base hit. Ryan Bolton reaches on an infield single. The third baseman, Brooks Morrow, thought the ball was going to go foul. Then he realized he was at the third base bag and that it couldn't go foul anymore. It was going to trend to go foul the way the ball was moving, but it got to the bag, and Morrow then fielded it, and it was in fair territory. It wasn't too slow of a roller, but slow enough that Morrow, I think, thought it was going to go foul and didn't really play it as if it was going to stay fair. And so Bolton has Carson-Newman's 7th hit, 6 of which are doubles, or singles rather. His first, and the Eagles have first and second with 2 outs for Trey Miller. Miller stands in. He's 2 for 2. Single in the second, double in the 5th. He'll hit for the second straight inning. Nolan sees Nathan dancing at second, sets and pitches a breaking ball to Miller for a called strike 1. Nathan at second, Bolton at first with Miller batting in the 6th inning. Breaking ball hit towards short. Calamisi fields and flips to second. Outs recorded. Inning over. More life from Carson-Newman, who was in danger of going down 1-2-3 in this 6th inning. Back-to-back 2-out singles are left aboard in the 6th. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left by Carson-Newman in the 6th inning. We head to the bottom half. Eagles still trailing 4-2 here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Xavier Hart back to the mound for Carson-Newman. The Eagles trailing 4-2 in the series opener with the Trojans. Andrew Rogers, glad you're back with us, listening in here on the Eagles Sports Network. 4-2, bottom 6. Anderson has all of its runs and hits in one frame.
Number 5.
And they came, all their runs and hits came in their first 7 batters of the game. Braden Harrison single, Zach Stover double, Dom Bello RBI single, Brooks Morrow RBI double, Ben Ballard RBI ground out, Kyle Kakamisi an RBI triple. As the first pitch of the inning is a flare to left and it'll drop in and right on cue. There's Anderson's first hit. It's from Ballard here in this fifth inning, first since the first inning, his first for the DH, and there's a runner aboard to start the 6th.
Number 26, Gray Wells.
Carson-Newman's pitching's done a fantastic job settling into this game, specifically Jackson Underwood, who certainly could have let that first inning affect him. 4 runs on 5 hits. He regrouped to toss 3 consecutive zeros, and he's got the ball. He's given the ball into the hands of Xavier Hart, who delivers a fastball to Gray Wells for a strike. 0-1. Hart trying to continue what he did in the last half inning through a scoreless 5th inning. Facing Wells, the lefty, hitting first baseman, shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 1 into the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner at first. Bullard. Got a pitch clock violation on Hart. Timer ran down on him, so it's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. He was set for a while, but never made a pitch toward home and movement toward home in time. And so he regroups prior to a 2-1 offering. Time called, and Hart steps off and will reset. Gray Wells is 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out so far. He takes a fastball on the outer third for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Runner at first is Bullard as the pitch home is grounded. Softway to short. Jenkins flips to second for 1. Back to first. Didn't get it in time. It was a slow roller, but Wells, not the quickest up the line, is able to do just enough to break it up. And it's a 6-4 force out at second base to get the lead runner initially and the leadoff batter, Bullard, off the bases, but now Wells is at first on the fielder's choice. There's 1 out for Kyle Kakamisi. Xavier Hart comes set against the lefty second baseman who chops 1 foul right side. 0-1. A lot of Anderson's balls put in play in that first inning, too, were squared up, hit pretty well off Underwood, but he made adjustments, and so did this Carson-Newman pitching staff as a group. They've adjusted, and really all of Anderson's contacts with the baseball since that first inning have been pretty routine plays. Swing and a miss by Kakamisi, and it's strike 2. The only hit since the first was that flare to start this inning, and it was just a bloop single to left. One of those balls that just falls into no man's land. No balls, 2 strikes on Anderson's second baseman with 1 out in the 6th inning as Hart sets and pitches to him. Inside fastball and low, 1-2. Carson-Newman's coming off a road sweep of Limestone last weekend, the program's first road conference sweep in 6 seasons. Hoping some of that momentum carries over to these final innings in which they trail by 2 as the breaking ball blocked at home by Castellana. Keep Wells at first base, and the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pick to first, or a fake pick initially. Hart steps off, and now he steps back on. 2-2, grounded sharply to first. Floyd snares it, touches first, the play at second. In time. Well done from Floyd at first base. He played a lot of third last year. Shows a little bit of that ability on the hard-hit grounder down the first base line. He snares it off 1 hop. Tags first and goes to second where Nathan applies the tag on Wells for the 3-4 double play. Another 0 by Carson-Newman's pitching staff. That's 5 in a row, but the deficit still remains. It's 4-2 Trojans. As we head to the top of the 7th, we've played 2/3 of this game. In the series opener, right now it's the Trojans by 2 here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Neither side has scored since the third inning, in which Carson-Newman scored on a wild pitch. As we head to the top of the seventh inning, and the Eagles will bring the top of the batting order to the plate, trailing by 2 runs. 4-2 game as Walker Nolan starts the inning with a fastball that Jenkins checks his swing on and still elevates this pitch into foul ground off to the right side for strike one. Well, Nolan pitches into the seventh inning with a pitch count at 85 in his 8th start of the year. 0-1 line to Jenkins, and he hit him. Second time Jenkins has been hit by a pitch. Third time he's reached. And the Eagles have the leadoff batter aboard for the second time today. Well, the Eagles have had their chances. That's certainly the case here once again. They've had plenty of chances, have gotten runners on base, but have not been able to capitalize just yet. Is this the inning that Carson-Newman strikes through and maybe ties this baseball game up? Williams has laid sac bunts down his last 2 trips to the plate, and this time takes a fastball away for ball 1. (4-2 game. Nolan picks to first. Trojans do have a couple of guys stretching and doing some motions down in the bullpen along the right side of this stadium from our vantage point behind home plate as Williams hits one out toward left field. Back goes Owens near the wall. This ball, one hops off the wall. Jenkins rounds second base. The left fielder bobbles the ball. Jenkins gets the stop sign, and he'll go back to third base. Would have been a close play at home plate. I don't think Tom Griffin wanted to risk it. The Eagles have already seen a runner get thrown out at home once. He holds Jenkins, and it's a double into the left center field gap for Spencer Williams for Carson-Newman's 8th hit of the day. Williams is first and the second hit for extra bases by CN. Second and third, nobody out. Time called, and Anderson with nobody loosing is going to chat things over on the mound. Well, once again, the Eagles in the 5th inning had a great chance to cut into the deficit. Trailed by 2 runs in that inning, what the deficit is now, and had first and second, nobody out, didn't score. Second and third, 1 out after a sac bunt, didn't score. First and third, 2 outs after the 1-2 put out at the plate to make it first and third with 2 outs. Eagles came up empty in that case as well, and here's another terrific opportunity for Tom Griffin's team to possibly tie this game up with the tying run at second base, and Jenkins is standing at third. Mound visit broken up by our home plate umpire. And now we resume or get ready to resume play. Here in this 7th inning, Logan Floyd's the batter for Carson-Newman. First pitch to him. Chopped foul at third. No balls and a strike on Logan Floyd. He is 1 for 3 today. A first inning single, and he's grounded out in his other 2 appearances at the dish. 0-1. Line drive for Floyd into the right center field gap. This will tie the game. The ball rolls all the way to the wall. Floyd rounds first, and he'll stop at second base. He was a little gimpy as he rounded first. Maybe have stepped on the bag weird or what. But once he got past first base, did not have the same juice that he had initially, but it's a game-tying 2-run double by Logan Floyd here in the 7th inning. A gap shot to right center. 26 and 27 now RBI on the year for Floyd. Scores Williams from second and Jenkins from third with ease. And Floyd will stay in the game. And the Eagles have the go-ahead run at second with nobody out. Good piece of hitting from the all-sack third-teamer as Kilgore stands in now, and he lines the first pitch into the right center field gap. He puts it in the same spot Floyd did. Logan Floyd can trot home as Kilgore around second base. He's headed for 3. There's not going to be a throw, and Tanner Kilgore has an RBI triple. Kilgore did exactly what Floyd did, put it in the same exact spot and part of this field. In the right center field gap, the ball rolled all the way to the wall, and Stover and Harrison had trouble gathering it, allowing Kilgore to get all the way to third. It's a 3-run 7th inning, and that runs Walker Noland out of the game. Hit by pitch, double, triple. Eagles have the 5-4 lead in the 7th inning, and they'll face a relief pitcher. Anderson's going to the bullpen. We'll tell you who comes out of there as Carson-Newman's taking its first lead of the series this weekend here in the opener. They have 5 unanswered, and it's 5-4 Eagles here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Carson-Newman has been able to get its first 4 runners of the 7th inning on base, highlighted by 3 consecutive extra base hits. Doubles from Spencer Williams. Logan Floyd's tied the game, and Tanner Kilgore on the next pitch follows with an RBI triple into the right center field gap. His first career triple puts Carson-Newman ahead 5-4 in the 7th inning. And now they have run Walker Noland out of the baseball game, and it's Corbin Childers into the game to pitch for Anderson. He's a sophomore right-hander from Spartanburg, South Carolina, by way of Boiling Springs High School. He's 6'4", 220 pounds, and some numbers on him. He has a 6.14 earned run average. This is his 6th appearance of the year. He has tossed 14 innings of work this season, highlighted by a couple of 4-inning efforts this year, including 2 games with 3 innings at least pitched of scoreless baseball. He comes in and starts the relief appearance of his with a fastball to Castellana for a called strike 1. 5-4 game. Carson-Newman's got double-digit hits now in back-to-back games. 10 in the game, 3 in the frame. Castellana drives one out toward left field, straight away left, where Owens catches. Tagging is Tanner Kilgore. He's off, and he'll score. 6-4. Anderson's going to appeal and see if Kilgore left early, and the third base umpire says he did not. 6-4, Carson-Newman sac fly from Castellana. It's a 4-run 7th inning. Castellana drives in his 12th run of the year to give Carson-Newman a 2-run cushion. Drive out toward right field. This is crushed by Aiden Gibson. Back goes the right fielder. He sees it hit off the base of the wall. Gibson rounds first. He's at second base. He makes a wide turn and pulls back for a one-out double. Boy, Carson-Newman's crushing the baseball all of a sudden here in this seventh inning. That's the fourth extra base hit of the frame, and Gibson's got himself a two-hit day, a double to right. That ball was crushed, and certainly I think maybe those of you listening can hear a little bit of the wind as I broadcast outside here today at Anderson Memorial Stadium. Certainly the wind may play a factor in some of these balls carrying, but that ball was crushed off the bat anyway as Cole Nathan stands in and he crushes one to straightaway center field. Back goes the center fielder Stover. He makes the catch. Throw to third is offline. Gibson will get there easily, and there's two outs. Either way, both of the outs have been productive outs. That gets the runner to third base, but that was a well-hit ball by Nathan. Eagles have seen Corbin Childers well. He's faced three batters, thrown four pitches, and they've put it in play against him. Gibson to third with two outs for Ryan Bolton. First pitch breaking ball to strike. Bolton today is 1 for 3. Carson-Newman has all but two guys in this batting order today without a hit. But the other two that don't have hits, Castellan and Jenkins, have been productive. 1-0 is grounded on a chopper to first. Wells slides, gets it, and flips to Childers for the final out of the inning. That was a difficult play, but he makes it and ends what is a strong seventh inning by Tom Griffin's team. They score 4 times in the seventh inning on 4 base hits. No errors and one's left. Carson-Newman 6, Anderson 4. Eagles have their first lead. How do they pitch with the lead? We'll find out as Xavier Hart toes the mound for his third inning of relief. With Carson-Newman ahead 6-4 as we stretch here at Anderson Memorial Stadium on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
What an inning offensively from Carson-Newman. It reminded me a little bit of what Anderson did in the first inning of this series opener. Trojans got hot from the get-go at the plate. Started the baseball game, single-double, and then 2 batters later after the last double, triple, part of a 5-hit, 4-run first. Carson-Newman in the 7th, hit by pitch, double, 2 RBI double, RBI triple, sac fly double for the Eagles in that 7th inning to take a 2-run lead. And now Xavier Hart pitches with a 2-run lead against Braden Owens and the 8-9-1 part of the order. And the first offering is a strike. Well, Hart has been terrific. We mentioned the ERA is a little inflated because of that most recent outing. But he has been great this year. He looks good so far as he misses, or actually hits the zone. The umpire gives him the favorable call in the outside corner. It's 0-2. The righty works quickly as he works from the left side of the slab where that right foot is planted. He brings the left one set and lifts and fires a fastball that is fouled off left side. Eagles do have some action down in the bullpen. Mark Salico is not throwing right now, but he is stretching with a glove in his left hand. Him and Eli Norris have been used a lot in high leverage situations late in baseball games as Hart bounces in a breaking ball. The appeal on the check swing by Owens is unsuccessful. He held it back. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good Carson-Newman crowd's made its way down to Anderson, South Carolina. I'll estimate about 30 Eagles fans. Basing it off of those wearing Eagles blue is a swing and a miss by Owens. He punches out Hart punches out Owens, I should say. Fourth strikeout for Xavier Hart. He matches his career high, and that's the first down of the seventh.
Carson-Newman.
Now Carson Molinaroli, who is 0 for 2. He flew out in the second and fifth innings so far. Or fourth inning, rather. And he takes a strike from Xavier Hart. Carson-Newman trying to win its fourth straight road game, its fifth straight game overall. Be the Eagles' longest road winning streak in a couple of years. Swing and a miss as Molinaroli was way out in front of that breaking ball. And it's strike two. No balls, 2 strikes with an out in the seventh. Hart comes set. The righty reliever lifts and fires a breaking ball outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on the shortstop, Molinaroli. Here's the offering off the plate. Hart bends his knees, thought maybe that the pitch was a strike. On his slider to the back door part of the plate. 2-2 count now on the shortstop, Molinaroli. The offering home hits off the end of the bat foul. And it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hart's got the sign from his catcher, Castellana. Comes set and fires a fastball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Hart's got his 5th strikeout, a new career high, and there's 2 away. Back to the top of the order now for Braden Harrison. What an effort for Xavier Hart out of Carson-Newman's bullpen today. 2 2/3 right now, just 1 hit and 5 strikeouts. Make it 4, sorry. He's now matched his career high. I was 1 ahead of myself. 2 outs for Harrison, who's hit back up the middle for a base hit. Just the second hit off Hart, and just the second hit since the first inning for AU. It's off the bat of Braden Harrison, who's got a 2-hit day. And a runner aboard brings the tying run to the plate, and Zach Stover.
Number 10, Zach Stover.
So Hart with 4 strikeouts to record 8 outs in this baseball game. And out away from a scoreless 7th and a 6th straight 0 by Carson-Newman pitching as Stover crushes one to left. Bolton going back near the wall. He's at the wall. He leaps up and makes the catch. What a grab from Ryan Bolton. He banged into the wall as he went back and robbed Stover of extra bases. Spectacular catch for the sophomore from Knoxville. Eagles pitching has tossed 6 consecutive scoreless frames, and they lead 6-4 as we head to the 8th here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Well, Carson-Newman has 1 error in this baseball game, but it has made some really good defensive plays, and maybe none better than what Ryan Bolton had to do on a ball crushed to left field. Would have been a home run at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, but out toward left field, it's about 350, where Zach Stover was trying to leave the yard, and Ryan Bolton was about a step away from the wall when the fly ball went into his glove, and right as it went into his glove, he banged into the left field wall, held on for the catch, stayed on his feet as well, had good awareness to realize where he was on the field as well. I think that's the most impressive part of it. He knew where he was, he knew what kind of room he had, and realized he was able to make the catch to end the 7th inning. It would have brought Anderson within 1, and it would have extended that inning. Instead, he makes the catch, and it's a 6-4 game as we start the 8th inning with a strike to Trey Miller. Trey Miller's had a nice day again. 2 hits in 3 at-bats as the 0-1 offering is high for ball 1. 1-1 count as Corbin Childers pitches the 8th inning after getting all 3 outs at the 7th. 1-1 wind for the sophomore right-hander. Miller shows bunt on a fastball that was low and away, ball 2. Miller now has 10 multi-hit games this year, most of any Eagle. Actually, Logan Floyd's got 2 hits in this game, so both of them now have 10 each this season. Miller's got 23 career multi-hit games since joining the Orange and Blue 2 years ago. Strike 2 on the outer corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Carson-Newman's center fielder. He's making the transition to the outfield, a position he knows very well this year. He played a lot of middle infield last year as the 2-2 wind of the offering. Holmes hit back up the middle on a line, but right to the center fielder, Stover, who makes the catch for the first out. That was hit very well by Miller. But right to Stover, who doesn't really move at all, to make the first out of the inning, and now Ryan Jenkins. Well, these next 2 innings for Carson-Newman offensively are about getting insurance. Can they grab a run here, a run there, to give its bullpen some extra insurance and help in these final 2 innings as the Eagles search for the final 6 outs of this game? Jenkins takes the strike. Here's the 0-1 offering. A fastball in the corner. Strike 2. Corbin Childers looks pretty good out of the bullpen. 13 pitches, and 11 of them have been strikes. The righty has his right foot on the slab, winds and delivers a 0-2 fastball that's lined to right field. Will it hang up enough? It will, as it one-hops into Harrison's glove for a base hit. Jenkins becomes the 8th Carson-Newman hitter in the lineup to record a base hit. He's been on base now in 4 consecutive plate appearances, and he gives the Eagles a 1-out runner here in the 8th. Good piece of hitting. Carson-Newman squared the baseball up really well these last 2 innings. Did it really as well in the middle innings, in which it didn't score, but it's really showing here because they're finding spaces in green grass. Pitch out from Childers with Jenkins getting a nice lead, and he'll stay put. No steal attempt, and it's ball 1 to Spencer Williams. One ball, no strikes, as Childers sets with a glove at his chin, lifts, fires, breaking balls, a strike at the knees to Williams. 1 ball, 1 strike. Series opener between Carson-Newman and Anderson, a series that the Eagles have won 6 of the last 7, including a sweep last year in Mossy Creek. Trying to win a 4th straight against these Trojans, a team that Carson-Newman has won 32 of its 44 games in the Griffin era. Picked a first. There's been 48 all-time meetings. Carson-Newman won the first 4 without Coach Griffin leading the Eagles against the Trojans. Those were in 2001 and 2004. Fastball inside's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike on Williams here in the 8th. The righty, Childers, comes set for a 2-1 with a runner at first and 1 out, and he'll pick to first. Jenkins back on a head-first dive to the first base bag. On the pickoff attempt, Jenkins has got good speed. Only has one stolen base, though. But he is more than capable of swiping a bag and going first to third on a base hit. 2-1 home to Williams. He hits it off the end of the bat to third. It takes a funky hop and gets by the third baseman Morrow into left field. We'll see how that gets rolled. It's a tough play as it takes a weird hop on the infield grass. And it is going to be a base hit for Williams. He's got back-to-back hits and back-to-back innings. And the Eagles have first and second now and one out. Williams has a multi-hit day himself. He's the third Eagle, or rather fifth Eagle of the day, I should say, with multiple hits in this baseball game. Williams has his 33rd as an Eagle and his 8th of the year. First and second, one out for Floyd. 2-run double for him in the 7th, and he rips one to right for a base hit. Rounding third is Jenkins. Williams is headed for third. Jenkins scores. Williams slides safely to third. A third ribby for Floyd. It's 7-4. The Eagles are pouring it on now in Anderson, South Carolina offensively. Floyd takes it the other way again for Carson-Newman's 14th hit. Floyd's got a single, his third hit of the day, to drive in his third run. And Williams is at third with one out, first and third. A lot of the hits have not been pulls, but they have been taking it the other way. A bunch of hits to right field, right center, back up the middle. Rarely have I seen Carson-Newman square up one going to the pull side. Check swing by Kilgore. He takes a strike anyway. 0-1 on his 5th appearance and his second against Childers. Or his first against Childers. Childers' first batter was Castellana, who is on deck. 7-4 game in the 8th as Childers sets for a 0-1. Breaking ball at the belt. It's a strike, 0-2. Well, certainly, if you're the Eagles, just get something here to the outfield deep enough to where Williams can tag and get him home, and you'll take a 2-run 8th. See what Kilgore can do as he's behind 0-2 with an out here in the 8th. Childers sets and fires. Fastball away, 1-2. Carson-Newman won 24 baseball games all of last year out of 50. They are 20-6. So we approach the end of March. 1-2. Kilgore offers out a breaking ball away. It's swinging strike 3. Big strikeout for Childers. He gets Kilgore. And now Nicholas Castellana. It's a big second out to try to limit Carson-Newman's damage here in this 8th inning. First and third. 2 outs. In a 7-4 game, Carson-Newman has the lead. Righty Childers comes set as he faces Castellana for the second time. And the first pitch is a breaking ball, swung on and missed by Castellana for strike 1. Floyd, an RBI single. He's at first. Williams, a single in this inning. He's at third. With 2 outs, the 0-1, Floyd takes off. It's a swing and a foul tip off the end of the bat for strike 2, so Floyd will head back to first. With Castellana behind, 0-2. Floyd takes off again. The breaking ball is outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Anderson not worried about the runner. So Floyd trots to second base and gets into scoring position. Second and third. 2 outs. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. 2 big ones by Corbin Childers to get Kilgore and Castellana, and the inning is over. But Carson-Newman strikes once again. They get a run in the 8th on 3 hits, and they strand 2 in scoring position. We are 7.5 innings into this series opener. Carson-Newman has 7 unanswered runs after Anderson's 4-run first. Xavier Hart back to the mound for Carson-Newman as the Eagles lead by 3 here on the Eagles Sports Network.
People we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Xavier Hart back to the mound. He has been terrific for Carson-Newman today. And the Eagles lead 7-4. Hart has so far gone 3 scoreless innings after a scoreless 7th. 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. The 4 strikeouts have matched his career high. This is his longest outing in the Eagles orange and blue. It's 1 out longer than what he had earlier this year against King in the second game of the year. He pitches into this 4th inning of relief and will face Anderson's 3-hitter, Dom Bello. First pitch of the frame's a breaking ball into the dirt, his 40th of the game from Hart, and it's ball 1. Bello is 1 for 3, an RBI single, part of that 4-run first and 2 strikeouts since. Hart sets in his 1-0 home as a breaking ball at the knees for strike 1. Certainly you have the feel that you know Hart's in a groove, the way he commands the mound. When I say commands the mound, just once he gets that baseball back from Castellani, he gets right back to work and has not been rattled whatsoever, despite giving up a couple of hits here in this outing, but he has been in full control, working at his pace in what is a pretty quick pace at times between pitches. Hart sets and it's 1-2 is a swing and a miss by Bello into the dirt. It gets away a little bit. Castellani gathers, throws to first. Out recorded. A new career high for Xavier Hart in strikeouts, his 5th. Of Anderson's order at the plate right now, a prime chance for them to get some runners on base. First pitch, high drive to left field. This is out of play toward the Eagles' bullpen for strike 1. Said it earlier in the first couple of innings, if Carson-Newman, about the 3rd, 4th, 5th inning area, if Carson-Newman comes back to win this baseball game, it's going to be because of what Jackson Underwood did after that first inning to recover and throw 3 scoreless after that. But what this pitching staff has been able to do after what Anderson did offensively in the first inning. Breaking balls a strike, 1-2 on Morrow. The pitching staff's continued that into this 8th inning as between Underwood and Hart, and the offense came to life. 1-2 set for Xavier Hart as he pitches to Morrow and hits him with an inside fastball. Tried to go in the inner third, and Morrow's hit by the pitch. So a 1-out base runner in the form of Anderson's 3rd baseman, and now Ben Ballard.
Number 5, Ben Ballard.
Ben Bullard with 1 on and 1 out in the 8th. Stands from the right side and fouls the first one off the end of the bat foul. Just into the seats. Strike 1. Carson-Newman defensively plays normal depth. Their middle infielders, Nathan and Gibson, play in double play depth. 0-1 set for Hart. Breaking ball, swing and a miss into the dirt. No runners, or no movement by the runner, Morrow. And there's 2 strikes now on Ben Bullard. (7-4) Carson-Newman, bottom 8. Time called, and Morrow will go back to first base, and Bullard will take a step out as Hart wants a new baseball. The right-hander from Sellersburg, Indiana's got a new baseball as he comes set from the stretch. Pauses and pitches. 0-2, hit sharply through the left side for a base hit. Bullard takes the slider the other way, or through the left side for his second hit. And the runners are at first and second with 1 out. So a little bit of a threat here by Anderson as Gray Wells will stand in. Trojans putting some pressure on Hart for the first time. First time he'll pitch with multiple guys on base. And it comes in his 4th inning of relief. 3 1/3 so far. As the right-handed pitcher faces the left-handed hitting Gray Wells in the 8th. Hart sets, looks at second, and pitches to Wells, and he was jammed by a fastball, fouling it back off to the left. Strike 1. Gray Wells is 0 for 3. A strikeout in the first, a ground down in the 3rd, another ground down in the 6th inning. Part of a 3-4 double play. 0-1 from Hart. Breaking ball blocked by Castellana. Eagles do have an arm now officially loosening. Mark Salico and Eli Norris, 2 high leverage situation guys that Sands use a lot this year, were just tossing a baseball back and forth. Now Salico is on the rubber and warming up with his bullpen catcher. 1-1 to Wells. Hit softly to short. Could be 2. Flip to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. Ring it up. Jenkins, Nathan, and Floyd. 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. Started by Ryan Jenkins and induced by Xavier Hart, who tosses a career-high 4 innings of relief with 5 career strikeouts, a new career high. Eagles by 3 as we head to the 9th here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Top of inning number 9, Carson-Newman has scored 7 unanswered runs. It's so weird to say that, though, because the 7 unanswered runs have come over the last 8 innings of this baseball game. Anderson scored 4 runs in the bottom of the first. Carson-Newman responded with runs, 1 each in the 2nd and 3rd innings. And then it took till the 7th inning to strike again, and the Eagles erupted for 4 in the 7th and another in the 8th for the 7 unanswered runs. And the bullpen, led by Xavier Hart, has been terrific. The pitching staff today has been terrific since the first inning. 7-4 game to start the 9th inning. Gibson takes a breaking ball outside for ball 1 from Corbin Childers, who gets ready to toss possibly his 3rd inning out of the bullpen. Came in after Walker Noland allowed the first 4 men of the 7th to reach, part of that 4-run inning. Breaking ball away again. 2 balls, no strikes on Aiden Gibson. Gibson has a multi-hit day. He's 2 for 4. 1-0 wind, and the pitch is hit high out towards center field. Stover on his horse, back to the wall. See you later! Aiden Gibson crushes one to center field, and it's 8-4. The Cleveland native hammered one out to straightaway center field. Eagles by 4 on Gibson's 4th career home run and 1st of the year. Lord have mercy, as Gibson must have been in the weight room in this offseason. 414 to straightaway center. That ball cleared it by a mile. 8-4 Carson-Newman on the Eagles' 15th hit of the day. What a 15th hit it was off the bat of Aiden Gibson. He's crushed the ball a lot in this baseball game. He's been seeing it well all year, too, and certainly saw it well there as Cole Nathan takes a breaking ball for a strike. Gibson's got a 3-hit day to give him his 2nd career 3-hit day and his 7th multi-hit effort of the year. Nathan takes low. It's a 1-2 count on Carson-Newman's sophomore second baseman. 8-4 ball game, 8 unanswered runs by Carson-Newman. And this is back-to-back games. The offense has been in a groove. They had 17 hits, or rather 16 hits against Tusculum on Tuesday, and they have 15 here in the 9th. Or 17, rather, matched to season highs with 17 hits on Tuesday. 2-2. High and inside for ball 3. So Nathan fell behind 0-2 and has quickly worked it full. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nathan punched out. He's still 2 for 4, or 2 for 5 now. He's got a multi-hit game, but he gets struck out by Childers, who has his 3rd of the day, and there's one away for Ryan Bolton. One game after matching its season high in hits, the Eagles have compiled 15 over the course of this 9-inning baseball game today as Bolton fouls the first offering back, strike 1. Certainly the wins really helping that Gibson home run as well, but that ball was crushed. Swing and a miss by Bolton on a foul tip, and it's strike 2. Eagles have multi-hits, or double-digit hits, I should say, for the 2nd straight game. And for the 14th time in 27 games this year. 0-2 wind for Childers, and Bolton pops it up high into the air. The catcher is calling off the pitcher, and he makes the catch in foul ground for the out. 2 gone for Trey Miller. Eagles had a stretch earlier this month that started in the Lincoln Memorial Series where they had 4 consecutive games with double-digit hits. That's the most consecutive games with double-digit hits this year. And now they've got back-to-back double-digit hit games for the 4th time this year as Miller takes outside for ball 1. Anderson did the punching early, punched the Eagles in the mouth, but Carson-Newman slowly but surely has provided the following punches later. Ground ball up the middle. Nice play by Molina Roldy, and they punch out Miller at first base on a close play. That was a really good play by the shortstop on the run to retire Miller, who's now 2 for 4. But Carson-Newman adds another run of insurance. Aiden Gibson with his 4th career home run, his 1st of the year. He crushed it to straightaway center field. That is 414 at least. 8-4, and we head to the bottom of the 9th after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Back for the bottom of the ninth inning. Not a save opportunity situation right now for Carson-Newman. So they leave Xavier Hart in the game, and he will pitch against the 7, 8, 9 hitters of Anderson's order. Kyle Kakamis will lead things off out of the 7 hole. He had a triple earlier in this game, and he will lead off the frame against Xavier Hart, who's thrown 4 scoreless and misses inside with his fastball for ball 1. Eagles have sat down Mark Salico, who has been used in those innings leading up to the save opportunity for Eli Norris, and that's who's throwing now. Eli Norris is Carson-Newman's relief pitcher, loosening in case a save situation becomes available for the senior. 2-0 count. Eagles have 8 hits over the last 3 frames of this baseball game and have scored 6 times. There's a strike. 15 hits are third most in a game this year. And they're trying to hold Anderson down to just 4 runs and get out of this series opener with a victory. Line drive right field. Williams will see this one dip in for a base hit by Kakamisi. Leadoff runner aboard for Anderson. He can't start a comeback without doing that. And that's exactly what Anderson's second baseman does for his second hit of the day. Give the Trojans a base runner for Braden Owens.
Number 17, Braden Owens.
First pitch from Hart is a breaking ball to Owens for a strike. Hart has 58 pitches, by far the longest of his Carson-Newman career here today. 4 innings so far. 0-1. Line drive, left center field, and diving is Bolton. Did he come up with it? No, it flutters out of his glove for a base hit. Rounding second and moving to third is Kakamisi, and moving to second is Owens. Should go down as a double on Anderson's 10th hit, and puts runners on second and third with nobody out. That was a ball that could have been caught, and giving it all he had was Bolton, but
Number 2,
at the very least kept it in front and didn't let it get to the wall, and so it's an 8-4 game. Tying runs on deck, but the Trojans threatening here in this 9th inning, and Tom Griffin is out of Carson-Newman's dugout on the third base side, and he'll make the walk out to the mound to chat with his relief pitcher, Xavier Hart, who's been terrific in this baseball game. Pinch runner for Anderson as well. They're bringing in a runner at second base, Shane Thomas, a senior outfielder, to provide a little bit more speed on the bases. He would represent the 6th run for Anderson in a game that Carson-Newman leads 8-4 in the 9th. Eagles are making a change. Eli Norris is coming to the baseball game for Carson-Newman. More on Eli Norris when we come back to Anderson Memorial Stadium. Carson-Newman 3 outs away from a 5th straight win, leading by 4, but in a situation in the ninth. 8-4 Eagles. We'll tell you more about Norris after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Eli Norris into the game for Carson-Newman to try to save this baseball game. It's an 8-4 game in the ninth. Anderson trails, but they have 2 in scoring position, nobody out, trailing by 4 runs. Eli Norris is Carson-Newman's new pitcher. He's a 6'2", 195-pound right-hander from Ringgold, Georgia. He has made 9 appearances this year, 10 1/3 innings, 1.74 ERA for the senior right-hander, with 13 strikeouts and 5 saves. The first pitch from Norris is a fastball line down the right field line. It's a foul ball. It slices foul off the bat of Carson Molinaroli. Norris this season, those 5 saves, by the way, are first in the South Atlantic Conference, 11th most nationally. His last 2 appearances were at Limestone last weekend, and he recorded 2 saves. He was the first Eagle pitcher to record multiple saves in a game in several seasons. Good breaking ball from Norris, but he doesn't get the call on the outside corner. Ball 1. One ball, 1 strike as Norris works from the stretch. The senior closer comes set and pitches. A fastball lifted out toward right field. Williams near the line is able to make the catch, tagging from third and going on a throw to third base is going to score a run. They'll appeal at third base, and it's a sacrifice fly. Runner did not leave early, and it's 8-5. So productive out. You'll trade outs for runs at this point. Molinaroli, drives in his 17th run of the year. 1 out, runner at second in an 8-5 game. Absolutely, we'll trade outs for runs in that situation. Second and third, 1 out. Williams may have had the runner at third if he throws it home because the runner didn't tag initially, but when he saw the ball going to third, he took off. Strike 1. On a breaking pitch to Harrison. I think Williams thought he wouldn't have a chance to get the runner, and he just didn't want the second runner in Thomas to advance. 0-1 set. The offering home is a high foul ball by Harrison back to the seats. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the ninth. Eagles by 3. Norris looking for his 6th save of the year. 0-2 set for Norris. He lifts and fires a breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Norris has the second out of the inning on his 14th K of the year. 2 gone for Zach Stover. Anderson down to its final out.
Zach Stover.
Norris entered this senior season of his with no career saves. He has been thrust into the closing role after Hunter Harrington did it so well last year and graduates. It's Norris's turn, and he's been terrific in this role. First pitch to Stover's a chopper foul, and the Eagles 2 strikes away from victory. Thomas still stands at second base. 8-5 Carson-Newman in the ninth. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss. That's a nasty curveball from Norris. 0-2. Carson-Newman a pitch away from a 5th straight win and a 4th straight away from home. Norris has got the sign from Castellana. The 0-2. High fastball, no chase from Stover. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Anderson center fielder today, who is 1 for 4. He doubled and scored in the first, has flew out and grounded out over his last 3 appearances. Carson-Newman's dugout clapping as Norris comes set. He looks at second base, and his 1-2 home is a breaking ball high. Ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Stover battles against Norris as he gets ready for his 11th pitch. Two. Chopper foul. Waiting on it was Stover as Norris tried to drop in the breaking ball, and Stover at the last second stayed in there and just nicked it foul left side. That breaking ball's got so much movement. It's a 12-6 curveball basically out of the hands of Eli Norris. It drops so suddenly out of his hands. 2-2 set for Norris. He lifts and fires a fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Save 6 on the year for Eli Norris, and he sends Carson-Newman to its 5th straight win of the year. 21-6 are the Eagles behind an 8-5 victory over the Anderson Trojans. Carson-Newman scores 8 unanswered runs up until the 9th to rally from down 4-0 in the first to take the series opener against the Trojans. First career win for Xavier Hart, and the 6th save for Eli Norris this season. Carson-Newman compiles 15 hits and wins the opener 8-5 over the Anderson Trojans. Andrew Rogers, glad you've joined us throughout today's broadcast. It was a game that Carson-Newman wins in 2 hours and 35 minutes. The Eagles score 8 runs on 15 hits and committed an error, while Anderson scores 5 times on 10 hits, but 4 of those runs and 5 of those 10 hits came in the first frame. Carson-Newman's pitching was terrific. Xavier Hart's got his first career win and 5 career strikeouts. Eli Norris has his 5th save, and the Eagles are 21-6 this season and improved to 11-2 in South Atlantic Conference play with its 5th straight win. Glad you've joined us from Anderson, South Carolina for this one. The Eagles win by 3. We're on the air tomorrow at 1 p.m. for the first pitch of our doubleheader with the Eagles and Trojans to wrap this series. So long until tomorrow. Once again, the final score, it's Carson-Newman 8, Anderson 5. Eagles take the series opener by 3 runs and have won 5 straight. We'll talk to you tomorrow from Anderson, South Carolina after this on the Eagle Sports Network.